Yo, what's good, man? My family, man. You already know JU Unfiltered, man. It's my first mini course, man. This one is for the homies, man. The Facetime Date Complete Guide, also known as the number one way to not waste your time when dealing with these joints, especially when you just meeting them and you just like. So this is for the dudes that you already got the girl number, whether it was through DM or you met her in person, which is the way I prefer to meet women in person. But you might have found a diamond in the rough in the DMs. Maybe you might find a unicorn there. So boom, let's get into it, man. Why the FaceTime date, man? The most important reason for the FaceTime date is literally just to save you time, my dog. Like I know all dudes, you've probably been in that situation. Like, okay, you meet the girl, you got her number. Now y'all are like getting to know each other through text and what you doing is back and forth, the 21 questions and all that bullshit. Like all that waste of time where she can make up shit and you can't really see her facial expressions to tell if she's lying or not. It's no body language included type shit. Like that's probably the worst way to get to know somebody. It's gonna take you forever and you're gonna waste a lot of time. And dudes, we on our purpose, so we can't be wasting time out here, man. We cannot be wasting time. So, boom, the FaceTime date. Like I said, you already got the girl number. This is what you do. How do you get a FaceTime date? So, you that's probably gonna be like one of your first messages. Like once you get her number, like maybe you send something so she can lock you in as well. But now, if you met her at night or if you met her at night, do it the next day. If you met her early in the day, do it that evening. Find a time when both of you are free to plan to give her about 20-25 minutes of your time. And this is like that gauging area. And also, beforehand, make sure your hygiene is straight, make sure your setting is straight. Like I said, make sure your time is straight. It's also very important to set your intentions in your mind. Know what you want from the girl, whether it's sex or relationship, or if you're kind of going with the flow or just open from being like, okay, I maybe see potential in her, but I'll be okay if it just turns into something that's just for fun after seeing how she is. Because that's important. Your intentions is gonna like direct the flow of what you got going on. So you want to catch her. You should catch her off guard or call on time. Like we're timely men. You want to make it seem like you have important shit to do and you're about your time. So call her early to catch her off guard, or just call her on time. You know what I'm saying? So boom. During the call, be confident, be interested, and be funny. So be confident. Being confident, that's gonna come from like your setting and your hygiene already. Like I said, you don't want to be doing too much. You don't want to be playing a game on like the first FaceTime date. You're fucking focused on 2K or some shit like that. You want to be somewhat engaged. That's why I said plan to give her 20 to 25 minutes of present time. And yeah, so be confident and be interested. Like being interested, that's where you're gonna get the data from her. Like you don't want to spend so much time talking about yourself, losing your mysteriousness. You want to seem interested in the things that she wants to talk about, and those are gonna lead you to see like what type of girl she is, and she's gonna give you a lot of game. You don't want to seem too judgmental when you're doing this though. Like unless it's just like you're giving praise. You don't want to seem like you don't want her to know that you're like a guy that has like these hard like standards and stuff yet, because she'll try to be a chameleon and try to like act like what you want her to be, which a lot of girls, it's easier for them to do that through text than through video, but some can do it through the video call as well. So you want to make sure you kind of just stay interested and don't be too judgmental at first. And be funny, man. Use like your natural ability. something that's like, I mean, if you don't have it naturally, it's just gonna take practice to know how to like talk to a woman. And because the thing is, you want to touch her emotions, so you want to make her laugh, you want her to get her to talk about something that's close and personal, something that she loves, maybe something that makes her sad. You know what I'm saying? You want to touch as many buttons as of emotion as possible when you're on this call during this 20 to 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You want her to open up, you want her to feel comfortable. And these are, and everything she's saying, you're comparing it with your intentions and seeing if this aligns. So if she's saying stuff that makes you think she's a hoe, you already know like relationship is out the window. Either you need to get into like, okay, I just want to have sex with this joint, or get into like, okay, I'm probably not gonna communicate with her no more after this call. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stick to your principles when you're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Keep your principles over your emotions and over your lust. You know what I'm saying? And towards the end of this 20 to 25 minutes, start to show your interest. You know what I'm saying? Be smooth. Know how to say things without really saying it. You want her to, like, you don't want to feel too desperate or too pushy when you're saying things. You don't want her to be like, oh, he just wants to fuck, or he wants to be with me so bad. You want keep that mysteriousness about her, but just show that you have interest in her too. And the way you can do that is just finding those common grounds by whatever she's talking about. If it's something you can relate to or something, like, you can show it that way, or you can just, not saying subtly, let her know you're feeling her. And this is important too, because okay, so 20-25 minutes has gone by. You should know enough to know if this is, like, you should have caught on to the red flags, and we can talk about red flags on a later date. But you should have caught on to whether this is a girl that's a possible candidate to be vetted and courted further, or if you just want to have sex with her, or you're cutting her off. You should know that within the 20 to 25 minutes. I would say if you do still see her as a possible like partner, as far as like something serious, give her another 20 minutes, but don't go too much further than that, because you do want to keep up that mysteriousness, and you want her to think like, okay, he's a busy man and he's really about his time, and the time he gives me is precious to him, so I need to value that. I need to take, you know what I'm saying? She needs to respect that. And you being strict on that time, like, okay, like, yeah, I would love to talk to you longer, but this or that, that's gonna up that respect level, and like, oh yeah, he's on his shit, he's disciplined, And like I said, when talking about yourself, keep an element of mystery. Don't let her know every single thing about you. Like, that girls don't like that. You're giving them too much. And show your edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking about developing your edge. Some, like, to me, it's just like a natural thing that I have, but like, girls really like dudes that have like a little bit of an edge to them, and it's more so about how you say things rather than saying certain things, and just being smooth. As you gotta know like how to do it with certain girls, but if you already have that edge, just you know what I'm saying, show it a little bit, and if you don't force it, because they can tell. If you be yourself at the end of the day. That's why I said, like, show your edge. If you don't have like any edge to you, you probably want to get some, just because if you're gonna be a superior man, I'm not saying you gotta be tough guy, bully, and this, that, and the third, or just mean, but being masculine. I feel like that edge is being masculine, showing that you kind of take risk, and showing that you willing to put yourself out there a little bit and try new things, and just show her that you think your edge is going to be different from another guy's edge. And you want to, like, as far as like, your edge can kind of be attached to how far you actually push to the edge of your comfortability zone and shit like that. So just, you know what I'm saying, be yourself. Show that edge, because women like Like the edge is, it kind of equates to them as like, oh, this is like a masculine thing. Like he's a guy, you know. And boom. So boom, we at the end of the call. We at the end of the call. This is where you've already decided if she's worth your time or not for whatever your intentions are. And now it's time to lock that in, because you don't want to get off the call and now you're back in the fucking text conversation shit. Like, no. At the end of the call, make plans to link. Whether it's that night, the next day for coffee, or the next day for dinner or whatever, or any type of date or whatever. But it's important to understand, if you see relationship potential, take her on a date. If you don't, ask her just to chill, ask her to link, do some cheap link, I don't know, pull up on her in the car or whatever. See the in-person chemistry and see if it leads to sex. If it doesn't, cool, cut her off, go to the next one, you know. But, and if she doesn't want to link, stop wasting your time. Just find another girl, to be honest. Like, especially if you see relationship potential and she's not trying to go on a date with you, she doesn't see you as worthy of that, and she wants you to like try extra hard and all that shit. And she's probably a hoe, probably not worth your time. So don't So yeah, if she doesn't want to go, don't waste your time with her. Move on to the next one, and think about it. You've only wasted 20-40 minutes max. You only wasted that much time max, whether than wasting days trying to get to know somebody, texting back and forth, and then a week into it trying to finally see them in person. Like, nah, as men, we can't operate like that. Our time is precious. Like, if she doesn't want to link, boom, you go meet another girl and start the process over again, you know, and you're gonna get better each time. So boom, let's go back over the results. You're gonna know if she's worth your time much faster than texting. You can end the call with plans to either link soon if you want sex, or for a date if you see long-term potential. That is the Facetime Date Complete Guide. If y'all want me to go more into depth with it, we can on a later date, or I can give y'all some examples, because I'm gonna tell you, like, this is like my current relationship. The Facetime Date is exactly what I did. I didn't want to waste time trying to get to know her through text. I'm like, nah, let me just FaceTime her real quick, give her 20-30 minutes of my time, undivided time, present time. That's what women really want. And let me see if the chemistry is there through us talking. Mind you, I met her in person, but this was like, we didn't have time to like really get to know each other in person. Shortly after that FaceTime date, we had her probably within the next day or two, we had like our first real date. So it's definitely a way to speed up the process and not waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Try it next time you meet a woman. If y'all need help, even like if y'all want me to do a course of actually like even getting the girl's number in the first place, like, yo, we could do that, or y'all can call, we can get some one-on-one coaching in or whatever, man. But try the FaceTime date out, see if it works for you. Let me know. If you don't think you should do a FaceTime date, let me know. If you rather just text the Joan, or hey, you don't even have to see, you don't even really have to do a FaceTime date if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, that first link or the first time you meet her or first conversation y'all have, you'll make some plans for a date. But a lot of times you want to know if she's even worthy of going on a date nowadays, especially in the climate and dating climate we're in, man. So do the FaceTime date if you want to. I just told you exactly how to do it and how to do it successfully. So, hey, man, you already know, baby. JU Unfiltered. I love y'all. I'm out.